The rain hammered against the windows of our Portland home, a relentless rhythm that mirrored the turmoil in my own heart. My name is Ignatius, and until a few weeks ago I thought I had it all: a loving wife, a comfortable life as a freelance architect, and a future filled with promise. I was 44. My wife, Philippa, worked as a marketing director for a large tech company. She was beautiful, intelligent, and ambitious. We'd been married for 15 years, and while the initial spark had mellowed into a comfortable glow, I still loved her deeply. Or so I thought. The first crack in our idyllic facade appeared subtly. Philippa started working later, attending more conferences, and becoming increasingly distant. I chalked it up to the pressures of her job. She was aiming for a promotion, and I wanted to be supportive. Long day. I'd ask when she finally stumbled through the door after 9, her face pale under the harsh hallway light. "You have no idea," she'd reply, brushing past me with a weary sigh. "Just don't talk to me right now." I tried to be understanding. I cooked dinner, did the laundry, and generally tried to make her life easier. But her withdrawal continued. She stopped initiating conversations, avoided my touch, and seemed generally unhappy. One evening, while Philippa was supposedly at a team-building exercise, I decided to surprise her with a clean car. I went into the garage and started rummaging through the glove compartment for the registration. That's when I found it, a small velvet box containing a diamond necklace. It was exquisite, far more expensive than anything I'd ever bought her. My heart lurched. A cold dread washed over me. Who had given her this? It certainly wasn't me. I opened the box, my hands trembling. Attached to the necklace was a small card. I unfolded it. The words were simple, but they hit me like a physical blow. "Thinking of you, Lysander, Lysander." The name buzzed in my head. Who the hell was Lysander? I spent the rest of the night in a daze, replaying the last few months in my mind, searching for clues I'd missed. The late nights, the business trips, the emotional distance, it all started to make sense. Philippa was having an affair. The next morning I confronted her. "Philippa, who is Lysander?" I asked, my voice dangerously low. She froze, her eyes widening in alarm. "Lysander? I don't know anyone named Lysander. Don't lie to me," I said, holding out the necklace. "I found this in your car. It's pretty clear who it's from." She paled, her carefully constructed facade crumbling before my eyes. "Okay, fine," she admitted, her voice barely a whisper. He's a colleague. We're working on a big project together." "A project that requires expensive jewelry," I scoffed. "Don't insult my intelligence. Are you having an affair with him?" She hesitated for a moment, then burst into tears. "It just happened," she sobbed. "I didn't mean for it to go this far." "How far has it gone, Philippa?" I demanded, my voice rising. "Are you sleeping with him?" She nodded, her face buried in her hands. "Yes," she choked out. "I'm so sorry, Ignatius. I never wanted to hurt you." Her words were like salt in an open wound. "You're sorry?" I repeated, my voice thick with disbelief. "You've been lying to me for months, sneaking around behind my back, and all you can say is you're sorry." The argument that followed was brutal. Accusations flew, tears streamed, and years of pent-up frustration surfaced. By the end of it, our marriage lay in ruins, a shattered mosaic of broken promises and shattered trust. I asked her to leave. I couldn't bear to look at her. She packed a bag and walked out the door, leaving me alone in the house we had built together, surrounded by the ghosts of our past. The next few weeks were a blur of pain and anger. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, and I couldn't stop thinking about Philippa and Lysander. The betrayal cut deep, poisoning everything I touched. I hired a private investigator, a gruff, no-nonsense woman named Brunhild. I needed to know everything. I needed to understand how my life had fallen apart so completely. Brunhild's investigation revealed a sordid tale of lies and deceit. Lysander wasn't just a colleague, he was Philippa's boss. He was also married, with 2 young children. Their affair had been going on for almost a year, but that wasn't the worst of it. Brunhild also uncovered evidence that Lysander was involved in some shady business dealings at the company. He was using his position to embezzle funds and manipulate contracts. Philippa, it seemed, was complicit in his schemes. The revelation hit me like a ton of bricks. Not only had Philippa betrayed me, she had also compromised her integrity and potentially broken the law. The woman I thought I knew was a complete stranger. Armed with this information, I decided to take action. I couldn't let Lysander get away with what he had done. I contacted the authorities and provided them with the evidence Brunhild had gathered. They launched an investigation into Lysander's activities. Meanwhile, I confronted Philippa again. This time, I wasn't angry. I was just disappointed. "I know about Lysander's business dealings," I said, my voice flat. "I know you were involved." She looked at me, her eyes filled with fear. "Ignatius, please," she begged. "Don't do this. I'll lose everything you already have," I replied coldly. "You lost it the moment you decided to betray me." In the end, Lysander was arrested and charged with fraud and embezzlement. Philippa was also implicated, although she managed to avoid jail time by cooperating with the authorities. She lost her job, her reputation, and her marriage. She was ostracized by her friends and family. As for me, I filed for divorce. The process was long and painful, but eventually it was over. I was free. But I was also alone. I spent the next few months trying to rebuild my life. I threw myself into my work, reconnected with old friends, and started seeing a therapist. It was a slow and arduous process, but gradually I began to heal. One day I received a phone call from Gwyneth, Lysander's wife. She had heard about what had happened and she wanted to thank me for exposing Lysander's crimes. "I know this probably sounds strange," she said, her voice trembling, "but I'm grateful to you. He destroyed my life, but you helped me see the truth." We met for coffee a few days later. Gwyneth was a kind, intelligent woman who had been deeply hurt by Lysander's actions. We talked for hours, sharing our stories of betrayal and heartbreak. Over time, Gwyneth and I became close. We found solace in each other's company, and we helped each other heal. Eventually, our friendship blossomed into something more. I never thought I could love again after what Philippa had done, but Gwyneth showed me that it was possible. She taught me that even after the most devastating betrayal, there is still hope for a new beginning. I still think about Philippa sometimes. I don't hate her, but I can't forgive her. She made her choices, and she has to live with the consequences. As for me, I'm moving on. I'm building a new life with Gwyneth, a life filled with love, trust, and honesty. The rain still falls in Portland, but now it no longer feels like a reflection of my own despair. It feels like a cleansing, a fresh start. I've learned that betrayal can break you, but it can also make you stronger. And sometimes it can even lead you to a love you never expected to find. This story is about the shattering experience of discovering a spouse's infidelity and the long road to recovery. Ignatius's world crumbles when he uncovers Philippa's affair with her boss, Lysander, leading to devastating consequences for everyone involved. The story explores themes of betrayal, justice, and the possibility of finding love again after heartbreak. From the initial shock of finding the necklace to the eventual exposure of Lysander's crimes, Ignatius navigates a journey of pain and resilience, ultimately finding hope and a new beginning with Gwyneth. Remember, even after the deepest betrayals, healing and new love are possible.